Halloween season is full of spooks and frights, and that can include your love life.
For couples, communication can be kind of scary, but it does not have to be. There are ways to overcome those communication fears. Joining us live with tips to get that conversation going, relationship expert, the love engineer, Alex Merritt. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so let's jump right into this. I think one thing when you think about talking to somebody about something, you're worried it's not going to do anything. I have this thought in my head all the time, like could say something, but it's probably not going to change.
Yeah, that's many people have that fear, and it's realizing up front is what would you like to change? What would you do differently? Because change starts with you first, actually. And so rather than trying to get the other person to change, be clear about what are you willing to do differently or what you'd like to see change, and then having a discussion around that.
Okay, and I think, people, you kind of alluded to this a little bit, are afraid of maybe being misunderstood or being rejected by really talking something through. Tell us a better way to do that.
I think one of the things is just acknowledging how you feel, right? Because first of all, love and acceptance is an inside job. And I know many of the way we teach relationships or even go into them, we put all that responsibility on the other person, but getting centered within yourself to be clear about, hey, I love and accept and respect myself. And because I honor and love this relationship, I'm going to share this truth, because avoiding the conversation is not honoring you or the relationship. And so just reframing why I'm communicating, because I want to connect and I want to be in this relationship. And that the other person doesn't have power to reject you, especially if you love and accept you as you are.
So when it comes to putting those feelings into words, I know sometimes it sounds really good when you say it, but how can we best get ourselves prepped for saying it the right way?
One is getting clear about how you feel. So often we don't actually know how we feel, and we've not spent any time there. So being clear about how are you feeling? Like, are you mad? Are you sad? Right? Because anger is a secondary emotion. It's usually not the first one. And so getting clear about how do I really feel, and expressing feelings in addition to the facts of the situation.
Okay, so expressing those feelings and kind of how to word that, because is it good to really think that through, maybe even write it down? Because sometimes one word, a conversation can go awry.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So once you do get clear about how you are feeling, prepping the conversation in first with yourself, that's perfectly fine. And as well as admitting, like, hey, I may not have the right words. So just admitting that to your partner, because sometimes we go into the conversation on guard and like, I got it all figured out. But being open and vulnerable with your partner, it's like, hey, I may not have the right words. Here's how I'm feeling. Can we talk through this? Can we explore this? Or, finding ways, again, to play and ask different questions to be able to have that same dialogue as well.
So if you're going into a conversation that is going to be heavy, and you're probably scared that, is this going to be the end of the relationship? I mean, does that mean it should be the end of the relationship? Or how do you go into it thinking that you're not worried it's going to end it, but help it?
Yeah, it's realizing that worst outcome you created in your own imagination. So literally committing to creating the other outcome. See it going amazingly well. See it going as the conversation that brings you and your partner closer, because either way, whatever you've imagined, you are just imagining it. And so you can also imagine a very positive outcome. And the fascinating thing about it is whatever you've imagined is often the way it goes. And so get in the habit of practicing seeing it going in the best possible way, as opposed to seeing it as the end all be all.
That's great advice, because I always think of like, okay, what's the worst that's going to happen from this conversation?
Yeah.
That's how I go into it. That's horrible. Okay.
And that's what usually comes out of it. So go into it with what's the best that can come out of this.
Sure. Okay.
Okay. And if couples have been together for a long time and they have a rhythm, they have a certain way of communicating, how do you overcome and change how you communicate to one another?
One of the ways is breaking either the environment in which you do it, picking different words, getting into the conversation in a more fun, playful way, right? Again, we need to talk is not going to usually turn out in the most favorable way. So pick a different path, like let's play, or let's do games, or let's ask questions. Let's do it in a different way, but you have the power to break that routine. And you can break that by doing it by just changing the environment or changing the choice of words.
Again, we appreciate all this advice, because even if it isn't a romantic relationship, any kind of relationship, This is advice you can use going into it.
Yes, indeed.
Relationship advice for life. Thank you so much. Alex, always good to have you here.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. Hey, if you want to check out Alex online, check out her icebreaker card game, thewaronlove.com.